how do you efficiently hand over a project between project managers midway?
I try to do a full debrief. So, what I tend to do is I like to write things down. I want the project manager to know roughly where everything is located. So, when it comes to projects, I'm pretty organized. I always have my folder structure set up. So, they would get maybe a map of what the folder structure is, where things are located, some of the things that they need to know. I also tend to carve out time. So usually, in an ideal world, I get to formally hand over from one project manager to the other. And if that's the case, what I tend to do is set up a meeting that's about an hour and a half. And in that hour and a half, I walk them through, what things are where they are functionally. But then I also sit and talk with them about where the project is at, some of the personalities in the room, some of the dynamics, how best to handle different situations and scenarios, some of the little background information that the documents never tell you, but that's important for the success of your project. So that's usually how I handle handovers. And if necessary, of course, I tend to meet again. Usually what I tend to do is let that project manager know, you know what, just give me a ring, because there might be other things that will never come up on paper and they didn't come up in our conversation that was an hour and a half, or some follow-up conversation that was half an hour, but that you need to know a little bit later on. So just feel free to reach out to me, because I'm very invested in the success of a project, whether I continue to work on it or whether I leave a little bit later on. So I want to ensure that you reach out to me and you talk to me about it. I'm more than happy to help. So that's usually how I manage transitions.
Yeah, usually I'm the person they call when the project manager has left suddenly and it's a mess. And so, TC, I would really appreciate it when a project manager would say, okay, here's where all of the artifacts are. Here's how this is set up. Here's a little bit about the people on the team. And just that extra bit of knowledge and time is just huge. That's huge. And for me, it's usually from the sponsor, because there's no project manager left. But having that organization is just really is super helpful.